this recipe you will need some jumbo shells. I'm using two 8-ounce boxes of brown rice pasta shells, but you could use whatever kind of pasta you want. And I have some unflavored, unsweetened, non-dairy milk. I'm using hemp milk. And some silken tofu, a cup of raw cashews that I soaked for about 5 hours, some daiya mozzarella cheese, some nutritional yeast, canned pumpkin, some fresh sage, or you could use dry sage, some salt and pepper, and some garlic powder, or you could use fresh garlic. You're just going to follow the instructions on the pasta and cook that. I just drained the cashews and I am putting in 1 cup of cashews into the blender. And I am adding in a little less than 1.5 cups of hemp milk, 2 tablespoons of nutritional yeast, and I'm putting in 1/4 teaspoon of salt. You could put as much salt and pepper as you would like. And I'm doing 1/4 teaspoon of pepper. I'm using white pepper because that's all I have right now, but you could use black pepper. And 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder, or you could use 2 to 3 fresh cloves. And I'm adding in 2 leaves of fresh sage. I just blended it for not even a minute and it is all ready. So you're just going to take the whole package of silken tofu and put it into a large bowl. Or you could do this in the blender too if you want it more smooth. But tofu is very easy to mash by hand. And I'm going to add more garlic. Probably about another 1/2 teaspoon. And a little pinch of salt. Just a little bit. And if you want, you could add some pepper. And you're just going to mash it. I'm using a little potato masher. And I just mashed it until it's smooth, but it still has a nice texture, like real ricotta cheese. And now we are going to just take a can of pumpkin puree and add it to the tofu. A 1/2 cup of the daiya cheese, and about 6 to 7 leaves of sage that I just gave a nice chop to. And just gonna fold that all together, just mixing it, not over mixing it, just fold it. And once the pasta is done cooking, we're just going to stuff the shells with this. You're just going to take any kind of casserole dish. We're going to take a little bit of that sauce, the cashew sauce, pour it on the bottom. And then we are going to start stuffing our shells. They are cooked, and I'm just going to take some of the filling and just keep doing that. Oh, that one's falling over. And then you're just going to bake it in a preheated oven at 375 degrees for about 15 to 20 minutes. I just took the shells out of the oven, and I forgot to tell you want to cover it with aluminum foil. And they are all ready and delicious, and I'm going to serve them up to eat. And after you plate it, you're just going to pour some of that leftover cashew sauce on top. And enjoy. Thanks for watching. And film the food, please.
Where's your space for? Okay, it's good.
All right, film the food. Where were you going? Good, stay there. You can see my hands and everything.
Yeah. I tell you what.
What?
Your staff would quit on you, baby.
Oh, my staff wouldn't suck.